one thing I have to say is when it's this cold, man, if you put even water, any juice, anything, if you put that in your cup, right? Whatever you put in your cup, man. A little too late, man. Whatever you put in your cup stays cold. Whatever you put in your cup stays cold. when it's this cold. But what I want to rant about, right, is I wanted to rant about how YouTube acts like it wants to be kid friendly. Okay, so YouTube is on this like kid friendly. You know, I'm gonna try to be positive. I'm gonna try to be positive on this rant because I feel like I'm always a little too negative. So let me just try, for the sake of just, I don't know, variety, I guess. Let me just try to be positive if I can. So let me change my tone, maybe think of it different. So YouTube is wanting to be kid friendly now, and I guess that's okay because YouTube is the boss. YouTube does what YouTube wants to do. Obviously, YouTube has plans, so YouTube is going to do what it's going to do. But I'm just surprised because, like, at this very time, I've pretty much been focusing on like my fitness, my diet, which is mostly making sure I get enough calories in. You know, if I didn't have to work the type of job I have to work, then it would be better for me actually, because I wouldn't have to expend calories that I really shouldn't be, and I'd have more time to rest and wouldn't be spending a lot of time technically doing things that are like amounts to cardio, which is something I don't need any of at all. I don't need any cardio, you know, not for my goals. But the thing is, basically, along this time, I've been brainstorming. Like, I've had ideas in my head all the time, and I always have ideas in my head, but I've done more brainstorming because I guess the thing is, sometimes I get annoyed because I'm like, well, people I know or my friends, like the only friends that I feel I can really trust, they may not want to be active and they may not seem to want to really do anything. But I guess I really shouldn't be being so active really myself. And I say active because there's a difference between doing things that are intense enough to get into the realm of endurance and cardio, and then there's a difference between just being more stationary and doing exercises that are meant to just build muscle or build just raw strength. And raw strength can be different. There's different types of strength. There's strength for like building your climbing power, your finger strength to hold things so you can climb things better, and things that are, you know, have smaller surfaces, smaller holds for grips like rocks, trees, you know. And then there's like your strength that's explosive for doing, you know, doing dynamic moves with climbing, like exploding upwards and catching things. You know, it takes a lot of explosive power, but that necessarily doesn't always go into the realm of cardio per se. So during this brainstorming time, while training, but not being so active in a certain way, which will most likely, that intensity will kick up as it gets warmer outside and things get drier and there's not a lot of ice and snow and so and whatever. For me, at least, I don't know what other people are going to be doing, you know. I can only speak for myself. But during this time, to get to the final point, otherwise I'd ramble on, but I'm finally getting to the point. I've been thinking of ideas as far as filming things, you know, like skits, stuff like that. And I've always had this. It's about to get inappropriate, you know, as always. Anybody who knows me knows it always gets inappropriate. Hold on, hold on 1 second. Grab my drink real quick. So, as always, things get inappropriate. So, obviously, like any other person, not every person, but as the average man, obviously I've watched my fair share of porn. And obviously I've got my fair share of ideas from porn. You know, there's a lot of funny thing is there's a lot of comedic layers in porn. Now it's a legit business, and the actors, yes, you can call them actors. There's some very funny material in porn, believe it or not. If you've never seen it, I feel like some people were such a way where they don't like. Obviously, we're not all virgins, and we're not born yesterday. But I think I feel like some people just don't get the raw material or concepts that they can gather from porn. You know, like things is like black dudes wearing knee pads and boots while fucking, and wearing sunglasses while fucking, you know, or people drinking or having cigars hanging out of their mouths in the midst of fucking. You know, like the basically what I'm trying to say is I get which has not, it's not like I'm the only person that has this idea, because I've seen other people do it where they'll make a comedy skit, but it'll be like an aspect of it will be porn based, so it's basically like a parody of porn, but it's not actually porn because no one's really nude, it's not enough to be considered, it's not really porn. No one's actually really fucking, but the setup is porn, basically. Like, you know, like the pizza delivery guy. Oh no, fuck it, I'll get even worse. I'll make it worse because I always like to go there. You know, people always don't want me to go there, but I'm gonna fucking go there like I always do because I can. So it's like the what do they call incest, brother sister porn, mommy porn, daddy porn, all that, you know, taboo, so-called taboo. So, you know, like the setup of like, you know, let's say brother hasn't seen the sister in a long time, mommy and daddy aren't home, the brother comes over, and the pizza man concept. Does the brother have to take his shoes off during the porn? The porn. I mean, during the fucking. Does he have to take his shoes off? No. You know, does he have to take his shades off? No. Does he have to be wearing shades and boots and knee pads? No. Does he have to be black? Nah, doesn't have to be black, man. It's just funny, you know. It's funny, like they even, you know how they have memes based on porn. Like they got like the meme of like the little teeny little white girl. She's like so petite, and then there's like all these black dudes. Just it's like she's in the middle, and then there's around the couch or bed or whatever it is. They're just looking down on her, like sort of bearing down on her. It's like, and it's all these black dudes. These one little like it's about to be. So you get the point. It's like Key and Peele, it's like Dave Chappelle, same shit. Just a lot of porn-esque skits. You know, there's a lot of ways to fake a porn. You know, many ways to fake it. So basically, what I'm saying is, if I make that type of content and material, willing I have, you know, people to make that with that are actually excited for the final outcome, excited for the final finished skit or whatever, you know, that like being filmed, that have a good sense of humor, that are flexible, that if I tell them to act any character or act anything, there's no, they always, what's the word? Like I'm trying to say, nothing's off limits. Like they're not going to say, I don't want to play a priest who fucked his stepdaughter. Like, if that's too far for you to go, that you don't want to play that, like you don't want to act that character, well then you can't. Then you're not the person I'm looking for. You know, if I tell you that you have to play someone who, for whatever crazed reason, fucks a cat in the butt, you better play the person that fucks a cat in the butt. I mean, that might sound brutal and raw to you, but it's for comedy's sake, man. You gotta understand what shock value is and what comedy is, and what a concept is a concept, and what you're acting. Because acting is acting. Does that mean that you're a zoophile that fucks cats? No. But can you act one? I hope so. Because if I need a person to act the person who's the crazy cat lady that's fucking the cats, then you gotta act it. But what I'm trying to say is YouTube most likely will really, really, really not like that type of content, and it kind of annoys me because it's like, you know, when you're an adult and you want to make like humor that is adult humor, like Family Guy, whatever, Dave Chappelle, when you have a funny comedic mind like me, it kind of sucks if you're trying to make something on a platform that it kind of shies away from comedy or anything that's more adult based. Because to me it's funny as shit, but YouTube, just because of censorship and whatever, maybe doesn't think things are so funny. So that's basically my opinion. And like and subscribe. You know, like and subscribe. Make a comment. And that's the end of my rant. Have a nice day.